Shadow of Dread, Phoveus. Passive, Demonic Intuition. Phoveus' weapon, Asteros, holds mysterious powers and can sense the enemy's sudden movements. When an enemy hero near Phoveus uses a blink or charge skill, the charge time or cooldown of Phoveus' skills will be reduced by 1 second. First skill, Malefic Terror. Phoveus smashes the ground and unleashes Asteros Dread, dealing magic damage to enemies hit. Upon hitting an enemy hero, Phoveus also gains a shield and movement speed. If an enemy hero, creep, or Phoveus himself comes into contact with Asteros Dread, it will spread again from them and deal additional damage. This skill can hold up to 3 charges and deals extra damage to minions. Second skill, Asteros Eye. Phoveus summons the Asteros Eye in the target location, dealing magic damage. After 1 second, the eye will collapse and pull enemies in range to the center, while dealing magic damage. Ultimate, Demonic Force. Asteros keeps a watchful gaze on the area around Phoveus. If a nearby enemy hero uses a blink or charge skill or is displaced, Asteros will mark them if the ultimate is not on cooldown. Phoveus can use his ultimate to blink to a marked target and smash down at their location, dealing magic damage to enemies in the area. Phoveus also gains a shield each time he uses his ultimate, and once activated, it can be cast repeatedly within the set duration as long as there are marked targets and Phoveus has enough mana. In the laning phase, use Phoveus' second skill to pull the enemy in, then hit them with his first skill.
You have slain an enemy.
In teamfights, use Phoveus' second skill to break the enemy's formation and look for an opportunity to initiate with his ultimate. Follow up with his first skill to spread some AoE, then use his ultimate to chase down enemies trying to escape with mobility skills, and finish them off with his first skill. Phoveus is great at countering heroes that rely on mobility skills, and he can deal great AoE damage against grouped up enemies in teamfights. Upgrade Phoveus' first skill at level 1 and continue to prioritize upgrading it to reduce the charge time of his main damage skill.
Mega kill.
Phoveus can use himself to spread his first skill's AoE to more enemies. Displacement effects like the pull from Phoveus' second skill can also trigger his ultimate and mark enemies. Clock of Destiny is Phoveus' core piece of equipment because it increases important attributes that he needs. Build Ice Queen Wand in the mid-game to slow enemies, and Oracle in the late game to enhance the shield from his first skill. We recommend the Flame Shot battle spell for Phoveus because the displacement effect will trigger his ultimate. After Phoveus uses his ultimate on a target, he can knock them back with Flame Shot to mark them again to use his ultimate a second time. Phoveus can also take Vengeance to reduce incoming damage and keep himself alive when initiating teamfights. Phoveus counters heroes with a lot of mobility skills like 1-1 and Hareth, since he'll be able to use his ultimate each time they dash. Phoveus is countered by heroes that have high movement speed and tanks that don't rely on mobility skills, like Esmeralda and Bajia, since they won't trigger his passive and ultimate. Phoveus works best with heroes that can displace the enemy to trigger his ultimate and mark targets, such as Akai and Tigreal.
Legendary double kill. Triple kill.
In the early game, Phoveus should play aggressively in lane because his first skill provides a shield and has multiple charges, allowing him to trade favorably against most opponents. In mid to late game teamfights, Phoveus should use his second skill to harass squishy targets and force them to use their mobility skills, then dive in with his ultimate.